In this video, we're going to be looking at the herringbone stitch pattern when working in the round. This stitch pattern is made up of 2 rows, the first of which you're going to be knitting 2 stitches together through the back loop, and then dropping only one of those stitches from your left-hand needle. You just continue to do this for the first round, knitting 2 stitches together through the back loop and dropping 1 stitch from your left-hand needle. So each stitch is going to be worked twice. You'll insert your needle from right to left through the back loop, knit those 2 stitches together, and drop 1 stitch from your left-hand needle. It's helpful to keep your tension somewhat relaxed when working these stitches. And then I'll show you what to do when we get to the end of the round. Coming up on our last set of stitches here, we're going to knit those 2 together through the back loop, and then this last stitch in the round has only been worked once, so we need to move it to the other side of the stitch marker in order to work it a second time. So I'm going to slip my stitch purlwise to my right hand needle, remove the stitch marker, slip that stitch back to my left hand needle, and place that stitch marker back on the right. So now I've moved that stitch marker from the left side of my last stitch to the right, and now the stitch that was the last one in my previous round is the first stitch in my next round. The second round in this pattern is worked by knitting 2 stitches together through the front loop, or as you normally would. So you're going to insert your needle from left to right on the front loops of 2 stitches, knit those 2 stitches together, and drop just 1 stitch from your left hand needle. Continue to knit 2 stitches together normally and drop just 1 stitch from your left hand needle all the way around until you hit that end of round stitch marker again, at which point you'll do the same thing we just did, moving that stitch marker from the left to the right of your last stitch. You'll start to see V's that move in a horizontal direction, and that comes from these left leaning and right leaning bars created by your knit together stitches.